fellow Toastmasters, Advanced Leader Bronze Ron Cockrell, meeting roles and responsibility, Advanced Leader Bronze Ron Cockrell.
You would think by now you would understand roles and responsibilities. But every time we come to our club, I'm learning something new. And it's always how we speak and how we listen. And think about the roles and responsibilities that we have as a club. It really is the first impact upon our guests and visitors that determine whether or not this is a club they want to meet, they want to be a part of. Our first time here, Ron Allman was the president, and we were impressed how well you ran the club, Ron. It was the key point that caused us to decide we want to be here. The efficiency, the use of the roles, the proper use, and the responsibilities. I want to bring that to your attention that the Toastmaster is the first person up here leading the conductor. And there's been times, I haven't been that guy on the left side, I was that guy on the right side because things were getting chaotic. And they can get chaotic. They get chaotic, especially when we roll off the agenda and do something different from the agenda. So the Toastmaster is the key person to make sure that the agenda is available and that we are following that agenda and is responsible for the time. There are all the other responsibilities that come with that agenda, that we work in concert together in harmony to make sure that we have an effective and a productive meeting so that when members come, they are encouraged that they see how well organized we are. So the Toastmaster introduces the Mastery Evaluator. Toastmaster works with the Mastery Evaluator to be sure that everything is in place, that the evaluators have what they need to evaluate the speakers. Mastery Evaluator is the one who's looking at how we do things and give us a report in the end. And then if you look at your agenda, because I try to follow that agenda, then we have the grammarian. Diane, first time she did grammarian, she came up to me and she goes, Ron, do you have something for the grammarian? And I go, yes, I do. And as a matter of fact, this year, as president, I'm going to make sure that all the new members understand what the roles are and how to find them so that they know exactly what to do. Because there's something that's very interesting about Toastmasters. We should protect the brand, and we should at least do our best to follow what Toastmasters has modeled for us. And so we reproduce that model. We reproduce the model they've given us, and then we bring it to the club, and it's our expectation, so as new members come, they fall right into the model. The odd counter. Someone can get really intimidated about the odd counter. You mean you sat back and listening to my ums and ahs? Don't count that, I'm just using that. Yes, because the odd counter is listening while you speak, and all of us are listening. It's good public speaking when you are out somewhere on the job, given an assessment, that when you are able to speak without your crutch words, that's what the odd counter is helping you say. Listen, you had 1,000 ums. That's not something to be ashamed about. It's something to improve about. This is a very safe environment for us to learn. Then the timer. The timer has to do several things. The timer has a stopwatch, has even the cards. She's listening, and she's looking at the same time, because she's looking at that clock to be sure that I get this done, and before she gives me that signal. And it helps me understand where I'm at. So the timer needs to listen, at the same time pay attention to those twos that help the speaker. We're working in concert together. We went to Donna's concert. And everybody knew how to play the instruments, but they were listening, they were looking at that conductor. And so who's ever here at the lectern, you're conducting, you're helping us stay in harmony together. You might think the vote counter. What is the vote counter? The vote counter is taking up the comments, making assessments to see who is going to be the best speaker, whether it's table topics. That's very critical. That's a fair and equitable job to make sure that the right person got the right votes. Table topics, that's so important to hear when the table topic master gives you a scenario. It is up to you to follow what was said and then give an assessment of what you heard and not substitute it for something that you're comfortable with. I've been guilty of that. So the table topics master gives us an opportunity. If we're not speaking, we don't have a speaking role. We have an opportunity to do an impromptu. That means you're thinking and speaking on your feet. That's very challenging. I welcome that. Just to see where I'm at any given time. Not necessarily making up something, but where is my understanding of what I heard and how do I apply that? Of course, we have meeting speakers, and that can be between one speaker to 3 speakers, maybe sometimes 4. The speakers have an opportunity to speak, and everyone has an opportunity to listen, and the evaluators listen to what the speakers are saying. Which brings me to the next point, evaluators. Evaluators should have a manual or something based on what you are speaking on so that they can evaluate you effectively. So your manual should be made available. As a matter of fact, it's even better if you email your evaluator and let them know what you have so they have a chance to acclimate prior to coming here. It's a challenge for evaluators to get something day of, hour of, minutes of. The other is the inspiration. That is where I've noticed it's not necessarily required in the Toastmasters International, but we do it because after being here, it's good to have an inspiring. Everybody say 1 minute.
1 minute.
Right. Or 1 minute. Not 2 minutes, not 3 minutes, not reading a novel, but 1 minute. Because the Toastmaster, as president, I'm going to be looking at the Toastmaster this year to see how well the Toastmaster is managing our time. You ever seen this person in our club? That's the Sergeant at Arms. The Sergeant at Arms is the first person here and the last person to leave. Some people may not believe that the Toastmaster has a very important job, but just look at their lovely face. They're saying, hey, it's time for you to go home. I need to close up. Or, you know what? It's time to start, and you're still over there at the coffee cup or the coffee place chattering, and this year, please, we don't need to be told when to start. It starts at 5:30. So we should be in our seats, right? The Sergeant at Arms shouldn't have to look like this. But this is one of the most important roles as far as I'm concerned, as far as officers in the club. Because that's my next presentation. officers. Everybody in here should become an officer. Everybody. And the one that you really need to become is president. So I'm going to learn something as president. I have to smile. I want to smile. I love you very much. I'm looking forward to being your president. I'm looking forward to going forward. I'm looking forward to getting members in the club. I'm looking forward to making sure that each and every one of you get to cycle into your DTM track or your CL or your CC. I don't want you to stop and go, oh, Pathways is coming and I need to stop right here. No, I have a secret where you can continue and flow right into Pathways and not skip a beat. But I'm not going to share that secret with you right now. Vice President of Education, that's Ron. Ron's going to take over a very serious job in this club. That is the most difficult position. I've done it for Sienna when she was here. I've helped Patrick. I intend to help Ron. But you can help him too, because we have a process in place where you can, in advance, put what role or you like to participate 2-3 months in advance. Me personally, if I have my roles in advance or that I like to do and someone says I like to speak, hey, I'll give it up for you. The reason why is because I believe in the process of what we're doing. I want you to believe in it, and I want you to participate in it, so that when new members come, it becomes a new paradigm shift for us. In other words, what we used to do yesterday, we're not doing today. I'll tell you the reason why I like doing this, because we do, and whenever that happens, we go into Pathways. That's how we do business. By the way. The Vice President of Public Relations is taking my picture right now. Thank you very much. That's Troy. I've seen Troy become aggressive in trying to get this club, and he's doing a good job of getting us published. We need to help him do that. Let's have a goal of getting 45 people, okay, in the club. Vice President of Membership, she's not here. She's going to help Troy. Let's get members. Let's promote our club. Let's do everything we can to get our club. Because you know what? Turn to someone and say this right now. We are the best club.
We are the best.
We really are the best club.
No doubt.
Thank you. We have a great secretary. She has raised the bar on taking notes. I mean, tell you, you're going to have to go to secretary school just to understand all the dynamics that how she's put that together. But she has this club's records tight. Treasurer, that'd be Jonathan back there. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Take care of our money. Take care of the judicial process of how we do business as a club. Pulling one another higher. I'm not sure if that's the theme I want to use for this year. I'm close to thinking that's how I want to do it. You help someone else come up higher. We don't do this by ourselves. I didn't get here by myself. I thank you for my mentors. Every one of us should have mentors, and you should be talking to your mentors so that we can pull one another higher. And in conclusion, coming together is always a beginning. Every time we come here and we advance and we make progress together. And the end goal is that we work together to be successful. I love it when I hear other clubs talk about, hey, you go to Lompoc, Valley, the Flanders, yeah. Hey, you guys are a great club. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And you know why we're great? It's because of you. Just trust me.